Hello, it's Sue. Welcome back. Today on my channel I'm working in this book, which is the altered book inspired by Natasha from Treasure Books. And so far, this is where we're up to. Done a few pages. And I actually worked on this page because this one took a bit of sorting out. I've yet to finish it off, but if you can see, this one has pockets and stitching to separate the pockets. So I've just got the middle row of stitching to do, but just to let you know, this next page takes 4 pages of the book. So you've got 1 here, 2, this one 3, and then if you flip it over, the 4th one is here. So it forms one double page, if you like, a flipped page. And basically what you need to do is, on your first piece, fold it back, and I've made mine about half the width of the page. Fold it back, I cut some off, glued the rest under, and then covered it with this paper, which is from Pink Monarch. And then the second page, you need to fold back. Well, you can see I folded back. Let's have a look. Just over 2 1/4, just slightly over that, I've turned back. All right, so that one pops out just over an inch beyond this one. This one measures 3 3/4. So 3 3/4, 4 3/4, and the remainder equals that back. So this one only needed a narrow strip. I don't know whether you can see down there, but I've just added a narrow strip to cover here. And on this page, I just used tea-dyed paper. And then when you flip it over, not that bit, this is your 3rd page here. You go to your 4th page and you turn that back. And I've turned it back to make a page that is about 4 3/4 wide. And again, trimmed back a little bit, not an awful lot there. Covered that with design paper. And then this piece that is visible of the 3rd page, the back of this, I've also covered with a strip of tea-dyed paper. Okay, so in all I've used tea-dyed paper and 2 pieces of design paper. Okay, and I still have a piece left. And of the blue, I just have a very narrow strip of this one. Okay, then what you need to do is work out how you're going to stitch. And you've got to stitch through all pieces. And I wanted the stitching to more or less marry up, top, bottom, and middle. And what I did, I measured 1/2 inch and started punching holes. And to do that, I've used my cutting mat, place that under, and place it so I don't have these holes in the way. So place that under and then measure. And I did it 1/2 inch. Actually, let's do it above so that you can see the 1/2 inch measure. Okay, and this is quite tricky because you want to try and keep it level. And by using the cutting mat inside, you can sort of level your pages up. And because mine was 10 inches this way, I've said, okay, I'll make the middle 5 inches. So at 5 inches, I've placed my ruler along the 5 inch line, and I've punched holes at 1/2 inch, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, approximately for every 1/2 inch until I got to about 6.5. And I wanted to finish mine up here, so it didn't go right to the end of this page. What you've got to remember is it's got to go through all 4 pages. Okay, and you do that 3 times. So that was done, and then it was just a matter of stitching. And I've used a blue to marry in with this colour, and it's a perlate thread. Yeah, perlate, this blue. And I actually started from this edge, and I've gone down there and up here. And what I've done is I ended up putting a bit of glue around here and the bottom end on the other page. So the bottom of it actually goes there. I mean, if you work it right, you can have both of these on the top, but this is how it worked for me, and that was fine. I get to see those knots on both sides. So then it's just a matter of stitching up and down through all 4 levels. And I'm not pulling too hard at this point on the thread because I don't want that knot to come through. As I say, I'm going to glue that, put a little bit of clear glue there. And the trick is to make sure you have enough thread on your needle. And I just roughly measured this piece, so I hope I got it right. Okay. There you go. Through to the back. We can take the needle out, and then that just needs threading. So at this point I'm going to add some glue, and this is just art glitter glue, around this hole and that knot, just because I don't want that pulling through. And that should be good enough. And then we just need to give that slight pull. Lay that there, and then tie this off. And I think I do about 3 knots, thereabouts. Whether you can see this, what I'm doing here, hope so. But just using my needle just to push that knot right down. There's 2. That's the 3rd. I'm actually going to do one more because that looks, there is a little bit of play in that. And I'll just see if I can get the last one beyond the big knot. See what I mean? Let's have a look. Oops. Obviously, the more thread on you, the more thread remaining, the easier this is. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, so that really just separates your pockets. So now, grab some scissors and just trim that. And add a little bit of glue around here. That should do it. Okay, so that's that pocket done. And that makes quite a nice pocket. It's still drying. Okay, and at the moment I'm not going to do anything else on here. Obviously I need to make 4 pieces of ephemera to fit in these pockets, and I'm just wondering what size my, yeah, see, they would fit. They just need decorating. Just need a bit of finishing off, but basically they would fit in there. And then I need something, I'm thinking possibly a couple of tags in this. And I've got loads of space there that I can decorate. Okay, so I'll leave that in there for now. And we'll have a look at this page. 1, 2. And this looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. Similar. All right, then we've got another half page here. All right, so I'll just go and get my bits together for this one, and we'll go ahead and decorate. Won't be a sec. Okay, so I'm back, and that took a minute, let me tell you, because my computer and my printer wouldn't talk to each other. Don't know what the story was. I have fun every so often with my Epson printer. However, I think I got it sorted. And I've printed 3 different pieces of paper, and it's still from the Pink Monarch. Spring Blues, I think it's called, I'm not sure. I'll check that. And what I was thinking, this next page, as you see, has got these 2 shapes, and I've trimmed mine down and folded under. I'm going to glue those into position. Really sad I lost that, but never mind. And then this page was a full page, but what I've done is I had this image from the book, and it works out, I think, quite well there. So I've glued that down. You can see here where I've glued it to the background. So that took care of that page, and it's the right colours. And then I've got this piece to go in here. And basically, to measure that piece, I just measured from the top of the page to this point here and added a little bit, probably about an inch. Excuse me, so that it would tuck down. And then to get this shape across here, I put that strip underneath, like so. Put this down and literally drew a line. Drew a line on that piece. Okay, you see I fiddled around, I've got a couple of different lines there till I got it right. So that piece fitted there, and this one was a bit easier to do. I literally just put the whole sheet behind this one, making sure that it was nice and level, top and bottom. And then I drew on the right side of the paper, right side of this paper, and trimmed that off. So that piece was pretty easy. Okay, so let us move those out of the way. Flick this over. That piece is already done. We're happy with that. Next one is this smaller piece. And this is straightforward, literally glued to the top of the page like so. So I'm going to move those out of the way, get my glue, and I'm using boils. And just add some glue and get this stuck down. that one's on. You can see I've printed, this was me printing out all the different bits on my printer to make sure that I had got it connected correctly. But I thought, well, I'm not going to waste that paper. I will use it. All right. Let's get this piece down, and it's important to get plenty of glue up near this edge. And I'm probably going to have to do a bit of trimming at the top of this piece, which is fine. Yeah, it's just a tiny little piece at the top there. That's okay. I didn't glue these, did I? Let's glue these into position. And just a bit of glue stick will be fine for these. Flick that page. I mean, I'm going to have to glue across the top and the bottom to form this pocket. But for now, let's get this piece sorted. So we want, I've glued that down, that's good. So then this one will go here. This is all just cutting and gluing today, but I wanted to try and get a couple of pages done so that we can get this one finished. I'll probably be making the ephemera at the end, or certainly for some of the pockets. And I line mine up with the edge here of the pocket because I did allow a little gap this side. There we go. Glue on my fingers. Let's press that down well. Yeah, I think, I mean, you could ink all around these. I might do a bit of inking at the end, I'm not sure. But I quite like the idea of not going quite into the centre there, the centre spine area, because if you do that on every page, it's going to make it extremely bulky. All right, this one goes here, so let's get that glued down. The good thing about the Boyle's glue is that it will slide a little bit, so you've got a bit of manoeuvring time with it. So that piece goes there. All right, so let's glue top and bottom of this piece. This piece. And the joy with these nice big pages is that you don't have to worry too much about using, you know, plenty of glue, tops and bottoms, or around the pockets to form the pockets because of the space. You've got loads of room. Okay, that's one. And now this one. There we are. I think with Natasha's, she was using plain book page. On a lot of hers, there wasn't much decorating as she was putting the pages together, but she did use washi down here and down here, and it looked quite good against the plain book page. I'm not sure whether I'll do that, probably not right now, but I might at some stage. And I guess, you know, you could stitch across here too to form two pockets. For now I'm going to leave that as is, although I like the stitched pockets. I think I might leave that one like that for now. Alright, so the next pocket, and we will probably do a third one today, because we're moving along then quite nicely. The third pocket today is another of these, where you have this one here and this page here. All right, so this makes a nice big pocket. It's the same really as this one, except you've got this here, and I'm thinking this one here would be quite nice to have like a book page, like a bookmark through there, and opening here. I can't remember what Natasha did. I'll have to go and check. But as you can see, it takes just 2 pages, that one. And the 2 pages, yeah, that's another pocket there. The 2 pages need to be cut somewhere across here, and it's up to you where you do it. I've done it pretty much the same as Natasha did, I think, with about 1/3 of the page size down here. Okay, and then you would cut through both pages. All right, so on the first page here we need to add a pocket at the top here, and you could shape this, or because I like to leave that doubled over, I'm going to leave mine as is. I have folded mine down, allowing a little piece at the top here, which I like to do. And, you know, just so that a card would sit in there quite nicely. But what I will do is trim off a piece of this, like so, and glue that down. And I've got quite a few bits of old paper left from the previous pages, so I might see if I can use some of that here just to use it up. Yeah, so this one will be just decorating the front here. So let's have a look, see what I've got. I have that, which would be quite nice. Just wondering if that will work there. It would. That one and that one, where did I use that? Here. Yeah, there. Okay, well that's one option. Oh no, I can't have that one because it's there. I think I'm going to use this because, you know, I don't like to waste it, and it's a funny shape and it will work quite well here. So again, what I'm going to do is pop that into that page like so. Get that level. All right, and I'm going to draw a line straight down here. Whoops, not over my fingernail. There we go, and that's my cutting line. So I've got my cutter here. Let's see if I can do that without too much trouble. So that will sit on there like that. And I just need to trim off a piece here, which I can do when it's closed. So that's good, that one's fine. Let's have a look. Let's just see. I'm just trying to think what would be quite nice here. I actually wouldn't mind bringing in some of the green. Okay, so I've got this piece of my gel print, and I'm thinking of using that. I actually thought originally, my original idea was to stamp on a piece of tea-dyed paper using one of the Tim Holtz background floral designs, but it's just too short, and I think, I'm not sure that I would be able to marry it up well enough for it to fit on there. But so I think I'm going to go with this anyway, long and the short of it. You actually get a bit of green. It might not be the right green, perhaps we should turn it that way around. Yeah, that's better. That's good. Now from memory, I might take a slither off there because I don't want them to impede each other. Yeah, okay, so let's punch a notch in this end. My punch will work. Doesn't have to be on the back piece, we'll just do it on the front. Do it at about there. Whew, look at that. Put that aside. Okay, so that's good, that's done. Not very central, but it doesn't matter. Let's, well, actually, because I am flapping around a bit with this one, let's use the art glitter glue. There we go, literally just a slither. Now let's see if that's held. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Excellent. So that's our bottom pocket. Right. And now this one. Don't do that piece of paper. Is that it? Yeah. Okay, so that's that piece, Now we need something to fill in there. I think what I might do is go for some plain paper, and I'll show you why. Just grab them here. I've saved all the pages that I took out. Sorry, I just bumped the stand. Saved all these pages, and what I thought was I could put something like this, which needs a bit of a tidy up, and maybe fussy cut some of these pieces to add on the corner. And I think that could look quite nice. See what I mean? It's quite a few, they're fairly small, but just on the corner there, and maybe colour them. Let's see, how big a piece do I need? Bigger than that, clearly. That one I thought was a bit dirty. That was the front. This piece would do. So let's just measure that there. Call that 4.5 inches. So we'll cut a strip off that is 4.5 inches, and it has to be that way because I've got this horrible cut there. Okay, that needs just a tad off, just about 1/8. So I might just cut that with my craft knife. Perfect. So that will go there. What do we think? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Let's go for it. Right, I'm going to try it that way around. And oh, look at that. Got it on first time. For now, let's glue this all down. Glue it closed. That's good. I think my measuring on this piece wasn't the best. I was trying to make use of what was left of that paper, so I think I'm going to just add a bit of ink down the bottom here. All right, so that's done. That's done. We've got to make something in there, perhaps do a bit more decorating on the front. Same here. Flick it over, and now this side will need doing, and I think I'll leave that for another day. So today what we've done is we've made this page, most of which I did off camera, it has to be said. But yeah, this page, which has 1, 2, 3 pockets and takes 4 pages in the book, and this one here. Is that all we've done? Yeah, feels a lot more, but I've fiddled around with the computer, I think, and the printer. So that's it for today. Just a quick page, or a couple of pages, actually it's 3. That one, this one, with a big pocket in the side. Get a nice big full-size piece in here. This one, which we started, and this one. And here, I mean, you could definitely punch a notch in there if you wanted to. I don't think it's necessary personally, but I will look and try and find something to go on there, even if it's something that I stamp. There'll definitely be something there. And this one too will need some sort of decoration. And then I think on this side I might go back to my painted papers and use some of those to cover this. It's getting a bit chunky, needs to go under a heavy book, I think. And I've actually put these pieces in. I might take those out for now because they're not necessarily going to go in there. That makes it quite thick. All right, thank you so much for calling past today. I appreciate you taking the time. I will go ahead and work out what I'm going to do next. Need to trim that piece clearly, and I will be back. Not sure that it'll be, well, it might be doing a bit more of this book. I'm kind of keen to get it done so we can move on. All right, that's better. All right, the next pages will be here. This is different pocket altogether. One here, one here. Yeah, nice. And I think I will leave this. But yeah, that's going to be a fiddly little piece up there, isn't it? And I don't think any of this, that, yeah, I might get away with that, we'll see. All right, thanks so much for calling past, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, take care now. Bye.